PPT has gone, sir. The screen sharing has been stopped. Downloads means it was on the desktop itself. Downloads. Okay. Greetings, everyone. I, Dr. Disha Vidyarthi from IMT College of Science and Technology, welcome you all to this live lecture session. Today, we will discuss and enhance our understanding concerning professional written communication. Hence, the topic for today is the craft of writing impactful resume, biodata, and job application. So let us begin with this topic today. Okay. When we hear these three words, resume, biodata, and job application, we are a little confused because all appears to be the same, but there is significant difference among all these three. So let us begin with this thing that when we have to draft any kind of resume, when we apply for job application, or when we have to send a biodata of ourselves to some organization, or even in our personal communication, we have to send our biodata, we are a little confused in the sense that how to draft it, because there is a lot of information we want to provide to the other person. But we need to focus on what and how much we need to tell in that particular periphery. So with this thing, if you see the picture, there's an image. It denotes that when we start writing something, as we speak something, we have a little bit of confusion. We used to get fumble, or we have slips of tongue. In the same way, when we write something, first of all, we get confused in how much we have to write, what kind of words and vocabulary we have to select. So when we talk about professional written communication, we have to be very, very precise and specific. What do we want to convey? Okay, just see these 4 5 points mentioned over here. First is like confusion, how to start, presentation, how will I present, what do I want to write, what do I want to convey, how will I convey, selection of the skills, if we are writing our resume or biodata or curriculum vitae, which we will be dealing in the next portion of this lecture, and appropriate vocabulary. As in our previous lectures, we have discussed about all the 4 skills of communication, how effective communication inculcates and assimilates all the 4 major skills: reading, writing, listening. Okay. So apart from oral communication, there is a major role of written communication when we talk about our professional lives and careers. What happens when we orally communicate with someone? We have a added benefit, that if I get, like, suppose if I'm talking to you people, if I get fumble, then and there I'll rectify what I want to say or what I meant. I can rectify. There is a chance that I can instant rectify what I want to communicate. But in written communication, once you have pressed that button of send, you have text that message, you have emailed, you have sent that thing, you have posted that letter, you don't have that chance of immediately rectifying it. So it becomes highly or utterly important that whenever you draft any resume, any kind of professional document, you need to be very precise and specific. How? First of all, you need to draft it before the final copy, and you must proofread before sending that. So let us see. Now, if we talk about the significance and the impact and importance of written communication, let us see. Written communication has great significance in today's business world. It is an innovative activity of mine. Effective written communication is essential for preparing worthy promotional materials for business development. Though speech came before writing, yes, we all know that we learn to speak, then we start writing. Okay, so though speech came before writing, but writing is more unique and formal than speech. The word formal here specifies, it donates that yes, when we talk about professional communication, the written communication has a major role to play. Okay, so let us see. Effective writing involves careful choice of words, their organization in correct order in sentences formation, as well as cohesive composition of sentences. If you'll go over the board, if you write lengthy sentences, if you use very difficult and complicated vocabulary, it will not serve the purpose why you are writing that thing. And especially when we talk about resumes, job application, it has to be very specific, direct, very comprehended, so that the employer or the people sitting in HR can shortlist by just a glimpse, by just seeing that thing which you have posted, which you have sent, your resume. Okay, now see, we will have a brief discussion regarding what is the major difference among these three things: biodata, resume, and CV. First, we will start with the biodata. Like, biodata is a very small form of your personal detail. It has nothing to do with the very core professional thing. Biodata, it's not necessary that if you're applying for a job, then you have to send a biodata. If the person wants to know you, like in even for your marriage purpose or any kind of event you're attending, they want that, okay, send your biodata. So what will you do? What will you give? You will provide them your basic personal details, your basic personal information. Let us see what kind of information biodata include. That is, the emphasis in a biodata is on personal particulars like date of birth, religion, gender, race, nationality, residence, marital status, etc. Now see, all these points which are mentioned over here in biodata, these are the very basic personal details that if the person doesn't know you, after giving these kinds of detail, the person will get to know you in a very brief form. Okay. Biodata forms give a summary of your personal details, educational details, and work experiences details in a simple form. So here we see that biodata is a very simpler, or in comparison to the resume and curriculum vitae, that is CV, it is a simpler form of your basic information. Now, the next segment of this, the differences which we are discussing is that, now see, a resume summarizes skills and work experience. It generally uses by fresh graduates or someone who is changing their line of career or for academic requirements. Resumes are typically 1 to 2 pages long. Now see, as the name itself donates, what? Resume. That comes from resume. What is the meaning of resume? It means you're starting again. So resume has one thing, that it can be customized according to the job opening. That is why it is resume. If you are changing your career line, suppose you are in academics, you want to flip your career. So what you will do? You will customize your resume according to the job opening, according to the skills you want to show, you want to flaunt. What do you want to what do you want that the employer should focus his or her attention on those skills. So resume comes from the word resume. When you want to change your career or you want to be very specific, you can customize it according to the job openings. Now see, next, a resume is a 1 to 2 page document presenting key facts. It means the major important things about your professional experience, educational background, and skills. On the other hand, if we see, a CV is a longer document that details the whole course of career. A resume is used for job search, a CV for academic purposes. Now see, what is the meaning of CV? Its full form is curriculum vitae. There are two words. It has been derived from the Latin word. So curriculum, we all know what is curriculum, a course, a syllabus which we study. So as the name itself denotes that, what does it denote? It denotes that curriculum is from a course of the syllabus, the study, the course which you have studied. It means it will have a detailed, a very minutely detailed of your qualification, your educational background, starting from maybe from your 10th standard, then 12th, and then graduation, what kinds of projects you have dealt in your student life, what kind of jobs, even as a freelancer, what have you done, whatever academic things you have done in your whole life or career in your journey, you will mention in all the details. So it can be longer. So if we see, if you want to focus on the major differences among all these three things, biodata, resume, and CV. Now see, Biodata is one page consisting attributes, hobbies, interests, educational qualification of a person, resume, 1 to 2 pages summary of skills, educational qualification, experience of a person, and CV, a longer, more detailed synopsis. What is synopsis? A gist, a compiled gist of whatever qualification you're having, whatever work you have done. So it will be detailed, a synopsis. Like before a thesis, you write a synopsis. Before a more detailed version, you write a lesser detailed version. But yes, you have to go in detail. So CV has a more detailed form, a more detailed structure without missing any point. Synopsis indicating professional experience of a person. Okay, so I hope the difference among all these three is clear now, that biodata is a like personal details in a very brief form, very normal, not little non-professional, and resume, it is somewhere between the biodata and CV. It is detailed, but it is very brief, concise, and specific to the point, direct, and you can customize it according to the job opening you want to apply. But curriculum vitae, that is CV, that is the whole course of your qualificational details, which will never change whether you're applying for any job. Okay, like the course of the main ingredients will never change. So CV has a detailed version of your all the qualificational background or your job experiences. It is a very detailed form. That is why the word synopsis has been used for the curriculum vitae. Now see, if we raise a question that how come in bagging any job in your career life, in your professional life, how come, how and why resume creates an impact? Because this is the first major step before bagging any job, before bagging any interview. If your resume is not shortlisted, how will you bag an interview, and how will you land a job for yourself? No. So the first step of this ladder of getting shortlisted is that resume. That is why you have, or you must create a very impactful resume by the choice of words, the kind of structure you are drafting, the skills, the capabilities you want to mention in your resume. Now see how and why resume creates impact. Your resume is the most important document you will submit in your job search. It is your frontline fighter. Yes, it is your frontline fighter. Why? Because this is the first thing, the person who is unknown to you, you are unknown to him or her. This is the first thing in professional life you're applying. This is the major document through which that person will get to know you. The person will get to know why he or she wants to hire you or not. Okay, so that is, it is your frontline fighter before you meet that person in like physically, as it is your first opportunity to present yourself to a potential employer. Hiring managers and recruiters look at resumes for an average of only 6 to 7 seconds each. So it is very important that you make every second count. Yes, you have to make your every second count. You have to draft your resume in such an impactful manner that just having a glimpse of your resume, the person can get to know, okay, this is the potential candidate for our profile. A strong resume can help you stand out from the crowd, but a weak resume can remove you from the running. Yes, if maybe you may be having like ample of skills, like bundle of talent you must be having, but if you have not presented that thing well in your resume, you won't get shortlisted. You won't get the chance to present yourself in the interview. So the first step is resume writing. For that, you have to be very specific with the choice of your words and the drafting, the details about yourself you are giving or providing in that resume. It can be difficult to succinctly present all of your experience and qualifications on one page, but there are many ways to spruce up. It means to trim it down. Spruce up your resume without going overboard. Yes, this is one thing that we have to keep in our mind, that while writing our resume, we don't have to go overboard. Overboard means that suppose we have done a lot of work in our professional life, lot of things, lot of responsibility, duties, a lot of companies maybe we have joined. So there are a lot of things added to our profile. But when you are drafting your resume for a particular job opening, you have to see how much you have to tell about that thing of yourself in that particular opening. Because if you'll go like overboard, it will be very lengthy and the recruiter will not be interested in reading it out. That's why you have to be specific in bullet points, in headers, so that it catches the attention of the recruiter. So be very specific and filtered. Now see, to help you land an interview, here are some of the best resume writing tips. So now we will focus on what kind of tips we can apply before writing our resumes, and so that we can get hopefully shortlisted for good openings. Now see, Tips: keep your resume short and direct. As we said that CV is a more detailed version of resume, but resume is a crispier thing, a shorter thing, and it has to be direct. If we write a very, very lengthy resume, like I have these much qualities, these are the capabilities, lots of responsibilities which you have played in your previous organization, what will happen? It will make your resume very, very lengthy and tiring. Okay, so the recruiter will not shortlist it because it will not appeal to the eye. So when we talk about written communication, the document should be appealing in the language and also in the visual terms. So keep your resume direct and short. Now see, create an original resume template. What does it mean? Today we are living all of us, we are living in a like internet world. So whenever we want to know something, when we don't know something, then too we what do? We just Google everything. We just go on internet and we search a lot of things. So this is a practice. Like in today's time, that people, if we don't know anything, what do? We just serve the drafts, templates, samples, and then according to that, we do a lot of copy pasting. So keep it in your mind. Whenever you're applying and drafting your resume, be original. Don't just copy any template available on the internet, because we are in the world of software. Your anything which you will be copy paste, it will be caught. Why? Because there are a lot of software which check the plagiarism. Okay, so never go like after the copy pasting thing. Be original, present yourself in the original form, choose your own vocabulary, own kind. Your see, there's a tone of writing while speaking. If you're having a different kinds of flavor, if we talk to different person, in the same way when we write something, there's a tone of writing, and how that does that come? The selection of words. So the selection of words will vary from individual to individual. So if you'll manage to punch that originality in your document, it will definitely catch the attention of the recruiter, because it will not be the copy pasting lot. Okay, so create an original resume template. Now see, highlight highlight relevant skills and experiences. So what is the main purpose of resume? You want that recruiter should get that thing, that you are capable enough in certain skills which they have mentioned in their job opening. So whenever you draft your resume, always mention your capabilities, your skills. जो भी चीजें आप बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं, you have to highlight those skills in your resume in bullet points, so that it can catch the attention of the recruiter, the person sitting on the other side of the screen. Okay, so choose 3 or 4 former position of experiences that best highlight the skills required for the position for which you apply. Employers value brevity. Brevity means be shorter and crisper and to the point. Okay, it will be clear. This is not the time to list every position you have ever held. Yes, people get confused that whatever work, maybe they are having the experience of like 15 years, 10 years, so they might have worked a lot of things in their, they have faced a lot of things in their career, they have maybe played a vital role in a lot of their positions and whatever things they have joined in their previous career journey. So need not to mention everything. Be focused. जिस भी जॉब ओपनिंग के लिए आप अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, बी फोकस, मेंशन दोज रेलेवेंट पोजीशंस व्हिच विल बी an added thing for which you are applying in the current situation. Now see the next thing, craft a career snapshot. What is snapshot? A short picture glimpse. How will you create a picture glimpse? It means on the header, like the header of your resume should be like a snapshot, like dot dot dot, like Mr. So and so or Miss So and your position, like marketing manager, your number, your company name, so that it can have a like a nameplate thing. Because just by looking at that header, at that career snapshot, they can have that glimpse, they can have that idea that okay, this resume or this candidature or this candidate is all about this. So whether it is useful for our company or not, they will definitely shortlist it if you'll punch the right career snapshot according to your skills and qualification punched over the header of your resume. Now see, optimize your text. What do we understand by this word optimize? It means using that thing to the lesser things for the maximum use, maximum effect, maximum impact. Okay, so whenever you go through any kind of job advertisement, definitely look for what kind of words, what kind of roles and responsibilities they have mentioned in their desired candidate profile. So whenever you mention your skills in your resume, you are customizing your resume for that particular job opening. What you have to do, you have to punch those words so that it can correlate what they want. If you correlate your skills, what the opening says, what the recruiter wants, you will definitely catch the attention of the recruiter. So optimize your text according to the punching words and need of that job profile. So what you can do, yes, one tip here, what you can do before applying to any job or before drafting your resume for that particular job opening, always search that company on the internet, go thoroughly to like on their website, search all the things on their whatever pages mentioned over there, what kinds of authority, people's name, everything, all the branches. So have a thorough knowledge of their organization so that you can be able to punch those specific skills according to the job profile. Now see next, think beyond your job duties. Yes, this is one important thing. You should not miss it out. Why? Because yes, we all know if you have done a particular job, you must be knowing that what kind of responsibilities you have played, what kind of team you have led. But apart from that, supposedly if that degree is eradicated from you, what will be left? Then think. अगर आपके पास वो डिग्री नहीं है तो आपके क्या स्किल्स हैं, अगर आपके पास वो जॉब नहीं है तो आपके क्या स्किल्स हैं. दिस इज द थिंग, दैट थिंग बियॉन्ड योर जॉब ड्यूटीज. जॉब में आपने जो भी ड्यूटीज रोल आपने प्ले करें, अपार्ट फ्रॉम देम एज ए इंडिविजुअल, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ यूएसपी, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टार फैक्टर, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्स फैक्टर यू आर हैविंग. सो यू शुड ऑलवेज थिंक ऑफ दैट because that will be a beneficial thing for you, so that you can convince the recruiter when you meet in person that why they want, why you will be a benefit, why you will be a good choice for them, okay, for their company, how you can be an asset to their company. Only when you will think beyond the job duties you have played in your previous organization, because as an individual what kind of contribution you will give, that will play a vital role in getting selected. Now see, use the right, yes, definitely. When we talk about written communication, use the right language to stand out. Now see different words, then I'll explain. Descriptions of your job duties and accomplishments won't do you any favors. Why? Because if you'll not use the right words, if you won't select the appropriate vocabulary, you won't be able to describe what you want to say. So see, make sure you are using a strong action words such as achieved, designed, improved, established to describe your roles and projects. If we use these words which are mentioned over here like achieved, designed, improved, and established, it will create a certain impact in the mind of the recruiter that okay, he or she has played these kinds of roles, these kinds of projects she or he has handled, she has or he has been the leader. Okay, so these are very very professional words which show the skills and capabilities of that candidate. Now, last but not the least, yes, avoid grammatical errors like spelling. Like while speaking, like if I'm speaking to you, or if I get, like if I fumble, I'm just making that instant correction. Okay, because I'm speaking, I can make that instant correction. But once you have written it, okay, so you cannot make instant rectification. So always be accurate with the grammatical things. Do not make any errors. Spellings, check your spelling, sentence formation, punctuation. Don't use inappropriate words. Okay, so now see, let's move on to the next segment of this lecture, that is writing job application letters and cover letters. Okay, so in professional written communication, now we have seen that biodata, CV, and resume have their different roles. But when we send resume or any CV to some organization for the job openings, cover letter and job application plays very very vital role. Why? Because they add something more relevant, something more impactful to your resume. Nowadays it is a good practice, because earlier people used to just send their resume or CV or just their details of their job experience drafted in one page. Okay, so but now there's a practice of adding job application. Even you are sending your resume on emails, you draft a good message in the email text. Why? Because before pouncing onto your resume or any kind of CV, what they do? First, they read the message, and the message reflects your personality, reflects your tone. Like while speaking, we have a certain pitch, intonation, our accent, our body language. In the same way, when we write something, there is a thing which is the tone of your writing, and that comes from you're not speaking. Then how? The tone of writing, the selection of the words, the vocabulary, The gesture you present through your selection of words, like the salutation which you give, how you conclude your message, how you have put forth your message, how you have conveyed, how you have put your desire of joining their company. Now see, we will see why and how these job application letters and cover letters play that vital role. Now be sure to choose a type of cover letter that reflects what you are applying for, why you are writing, and what you are requesting. It means whenever we write any cover letter, if you see the this word, it is a combination of two words, cover and letter. Letter we all know, and cover, that we all know, that also we know. So what is cover letter? It means it creates, that cover creates a periphery. It means it creates a certain circle. It catches the attention of the recruiter. How? If with the resume you add that cover letter, you will be, the recruiter get this message that you are focused enough what you want, so that he is also clear that you want, what do you want to say, why do you want to apply to this certain position, and how you will be a good choice for them. So in drafting your cover letter, you have to be very very specific, little creative and precise. These three words, if you make a good combination of all these three words, that is creativity, preciseness, and a direct thing, okay, that will create a lot of good impact whenever you send any resume. So make sure that before you apply for any job, do send a cover letter along with your resume. Now see, tips for writing a great cover letter. Go beyond the resume. It means whatever you have mentioned in your resume, don't be repetitive in your cover letter, because the purpose of cover letter is that if you want that job, why do you want that job? Why the recruiter should hire you? So all these points, all these things should be mentioned in your cover letter, not just the thing which the qualificational details, the job details which you have already mentioned in your resume. Then there is no point of adding the cover letter. So just see, go beyond the resume. Write a custom cover letter. Always customize your cover letter according to the job openings. Try to find a contact person. Always contact, have a follow up जहां पर भी आपने apply करा है. Be yourself while remaining polite and professional. Yes, it means if you're writing, you can be polite and professional at the same time. It means the selection of words will show the gesture of your personality. Okay, it's not that when we are speaking only the people will get to know us. No, the manner in which we write, that is also a reflection of our personality. So be professional and creative and polite. Now see, edit and proofread your letter carefully. It means before sending that letter, it is very very important that you do proofread your letter or any text, even a simple 2 line message if you're sending to someone, always proofread it in the professional area. Now see, a job application letter is divided into sections like any cover letter. Here are brief details on what to include in our job application letter writing. The heading, which includes your name and contact information, a greeting addressed to a specific person if possible, the introduction, which should cover why the candidate is addressing. It means why do you want that job, why you're applying, okay. The body, which explains your appropriate qualification, the close, which gratitude the reader and gives contact information and follow-up details. And last, your signature to end the letter. Now see the parts of a job application letter. Inside address, it means include the name, title, organization, and mailing address. Be very, very specific. Why? You have to be correct. That's why before applying to any job, always search their website, always contact their person, look for their brochures, look for their visiting cards, so that you don't make any kind of mistakes in their names or designation or address. Spell the name correctly to avoid offending the recipient. Yes, you have to be correct. That's why always search about them, or call the company if you do not know to whom to address the letter. Salutation, it means how you greet them. Begin your letter with dear, followed by the reader's title and the last name, ending with a colon, not a comma. Paragraph distribution, this is very important. Whenever you draft a cover letter, don't go very very lengthy. If you won't segregate the text in the paragraph, then it will be a tiring thing to the eyes. Nobody will be interested in reading your cover letter. So you have to be to the point and segregate those things in the paragraph. Complimentary clause, these are some standard phrases: sincerely, sincerely yours sincerely, yours very truly, and very truly yours. And last, signature. Type your full name on the fourth line below the complimentary clause. Sign in ink above your typed name. Enclosure line, the enclosure notation refers to the resume. It means cover letter is the pre-thing before your resume. Now, see, last but not the least, before winding up this session, I'll give it a closure with this very famous quote of Mark Twain. The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and the lightning bug. So, do you get it? Let me explain. The difference between the right word, it means when we are having a written communication, you don't have to be almost right. You have to be like aptly correct. You have to be to the point. You have to be not almost fully accurate and correct in the selection of words, because it will create a difference. Like there's a difference between water and soda water. It is also water and it is also water, but they look same, but the impact and the taste and the flavor is entirely different. In the same way, like lightning and the lightning bug, if you'll not choose the right word, it will not create the right impact. Thank you so much. I will see you all hopefully in the next session. Thank you. Have a good day.